What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another Friday night. Yo, cool. You want to tell them who they on with tonight, man?
They're on with the undisputed, reigning and defending, world, intergalactic, Milky Way, universal tag team champions of interactive sports talk. Your boy Cool McCain. And as always,
your boy Stephen Box. And together we are the Play Callers. Yes, sir. Bro, big night tonight. We got some people coming. Is going to be on the NFL Matchup Madness with us. A few people that we didn't get to introduce you to when we were doing the divisions. We're going to get their feedback, but now we had the benefit of the preseason being behind us pretty much, right? So, a couple games left to play, but, for the most part, we have a pretty good idea what teams are going to be looking like going into the season now. Also, some NFL, stuff going on there. Some NCAA stuff going on as well. We got week 0 kicking off. We get the top 25. I have a feeling you might, have some updates or some, things that you want to throw in about the WNBA playoffs that you might want to kind of throw out there real quick tonight.
Playoffs.
And there was a trade in the NBA in August.
I heard something about that.
Yeah, we got to talk about that too. So, where do we even start, man? There's so much stuff. Where do you want to start with tonight?
The simple thing is the no trade. The announcement of the no trade that someone, I won't call any names, but he has on a blue hat, red shirt, has been saying for months would happen. And that's Kevin Durant will tuck his tail and return his hind parts from which they came. Yep. It's simple math. Brooklyn was not going to accept the deals that people wanted. Durant had this fantasy that he was going to go somewhere and be able to play with other superstars. So those superstars you wanted to go play for were going to be included in the trade for you because you are considered a top superstar in the league, sir. So I don't know how you thought that was going to work. But it's not the same as free agency, buddy. Yeah. So long story short, Kyrie and KD are going to be back with Ben Simmons, who will probably have another mystery injury, and they're going to try to run it back because there is no other option.
Let me give it to you, Austin Power style. Injury.
Exactly.
Or do we have to do the pinky? The injury.
Either way.
Yeah. You've been called it, man. And the thing is, as you just pointed out, it makes a lot of sense when you think about it because the Nets went all in to put these guys together in the first place. Why would they now reverse course and say, oh, we don't actually care about trying to win a championship right now. We're okay with just taking on a bunch of young guys. No. They wanted to contend for championships when they made a trade. I respect it.
Yep.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I acknowledge it.
I acknowledge it too, sir.
I acknowledge it. Yes, sir.
Not the same way that I acknowledge that we are the undisputed tag team champions of interactive sports talk, mind you. But I still
we're the ones.
And everybody else is
too. It's how it kind of works, man. Either one's with us or you're twos or maybe threes. I don't know. Some people may even be fours. I just know that they're not ones.
Any matter.
And then, of course, something that my co-host is going to be a lot more interested in than me, and that would be this purported Patrick Beverley trade for Stanley Johnson and Taylor Horton Tucker. My simple comment is this: how the value of Taylor Horton Tucker has fallen. You're now a piece included in a trade for Patrick Beverley. Yeah. When at one point I mean, a lot could have been gotten, but the Lakers did not want to pull the trigger when the iron was hot. Mm-hmm. You have to understand you're one of two things. You're either competing for a championship or you're developing a young roster. The Lakers somehow foolhardily believe that they could do both. Yep. And now they're trading Taylor Horton-Tucker and Stanley Johnson, both for what? Patrick Beverley. Yeah. As the Lakers fan on the show, sir, please give us your insight.
So I gotta be honest, man. When I first saw this, my first reaction was, what in the? Because I'm thinking, all this time you've been talking about how you didn't want to let go of these guys, right? You done been turned down all these trade offers, all these different people because you didn't want to let go of THT. And before that, you passed up all these trade offers because you didn't want to let go of 𝐾𝐿, right? So now you go and you've held on to these guys too long. You've diminished their trade value. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, this is what you get. It not just THT, but you also gave up Stanley Johnson. I mean, I'm not worried about him, but still, like, you gave up two people to bring in a 34-year-old point guard. What did we complain about the Lakers last year? They was too old. Now, Pat Bev is going to give you defense, right? He ain't going to give you much offensively. But once I kind of got past the initial look at this, and I started seeing some reports out there that the rumors have been kind of floating around for a couple of weeks, that these two guys were on the bubble, not even making a roster anyways. I was like, okay, it makes a lot of sense that they will go ahead and make the move. It does make them better defensively, and it does give them what they need right now that maybe they're finally accepting. We can't try to build for the future and win now. We got to go and try to win now. Now, does this automatically mean that Westbrook is gone now? That's what a lot of people seem to think. I'm not so convinced because I don't necessarily think you're looking at Pat Bev going, oh, that's our starting point guard. So
you better not be.
Yeah, to me, that's what I'm kind of looking at is like, what are the longer term ramifications? But to me, this says, you know what, we really needed a 3-and-D guy. We're giving up on this idea that we're going to be able to build for the future. We're just going to ride this thing out, and when LeBron's done, we're screwed, and we'll figure it out at that point. That's pretty much what they've come to the conclusion of. So like you said, they try to do this youth movement and try to win now, and it doesn't work. You can't do it. You can't do both. So, I mean, that's my thoughts on it, man. It's, we're going to find out when the season starts if it's a smart move or not. But I think it is sad in a bigger picture of what you pointed out. If the rumor is true that you were already thinking about cutting this dude anyways, and you basically just included him in this trade because he wasn't going to make the roster, you should have traded him last year when he had value. You held on to him. His value dropped over the course of the season. And now you're about to cut him, and you're just lucky to have found somebody to get somebody in return. That's basically what it comes across as. Now, how realistic that is versus how much of it's PR, who knows?
Yeah, I don't see how it could come off as any other way because it's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I wanted to quickly touch on, of course, the top 25. Right, so in regards to that, we have plenty of time. I mean, it's week 0. So we don't have to go into any details, but are there any specific surprises in the top 25 for you? Any teams you think are overranked, underranked? Anybody that you feel like maybe should be in the top 25 that, didn't make it there?
So am I looking at the right top 25 here? Because Clemson at 4?
That's the one I see too, sir.
Yeah, because I feel like it can't possibly be right. Because I'm trying to understand what Clemson did to be 4th.
I guess be Clemson, sir. That's all I can.
Yeah, I'm not understanding that one at all. Like, that's the one. Like, that's the big red flag for me when I look at it and I go, how? I do find it a little interesting. We all understand Alabama, why they get ranked regardless. But I'm a little bit surprised that Georgia, coming off a national championship, actually fell to 3. I'm just surprised that they actually did that they put Ohio State at 2.
I mean, with me, it's kind of like I look at these top 25s and I always just feel like it's whatever, especially the preseason one. I mean, we talk about it because it kind of is their gateway to get us back into some college football.
Yeah.
Got week 0 coming up. I know your Florida State Seminoles are playing then, but I just look like, I see we got quite a few ACC teams in the top 25, so that's exciting. You got Wake Forest at 22. You have Pitt at 17. You have W at 16. You have NC State at 13.
I got to depend on why y'all are 16.
And then you have Clemson at 4.
Did you say NC State at 13? Did I miss that?
You did.
Okay.
Yeah, you did. But yeah, so quite a few teams in the top 25, which is exciting for a league that's going into their last year with having divisions. And next year is just going to be, all one big, juicy, fat division. I'm going out on a limb here, not for me, but for other people's opinions, and say Miami is going to win the Coastal Division and have a competitive game over whoever comes out of the Atlantic Division.
I mean, I would say in looking at the 2 right now, y'all should be able to win that side. I mean, you really should. I do think y'all are a little overranked at 16. I don't have a problem with you being a top 25 team, but I think that you got a little bit of a bump because you got a couple of easy games to start the season, and then you play a certain SEC school in week 3
that we're going to beat.
So I think that you're getting that little bit of the SEC ratings bump. That way, if you do win, they can kind of protect the SEC team. But then if you lose, then that gives the SEC team extra points for beating a high-ranked team. So I think y'all are benefiting a little bit from that bump right now. I don't have a problem with you being in the top 25. I think you're just a lot higher than you should be.
Well, man, I don't care if we're there because of a bump. I don't care if we're there because of a rub. I don't care if we're there because of whatever. We're there. We were voted there, and we're there. So guess what? That's where we belong.
That's where you belong. Okay.
And once we beat Texas A&M, we're going to move up. Believe that.
I mean,
and when it happens, all I ask, acknowledge me.
I'm just hoping that we can make it 2 in a row against you. That's all. That's all I'm asking.
You won't. You won't. You can hope all you want, but you won't.
So what about you, man? You didn't really tell me. Was there any particular team that you look at and you just think, like, how in the world are they ranked there?
Honestly, for me, it's Texas A&M. I don't think that they're good enough to be ranked 6. What have they done in the past 3, 4, 5 years? What have they done recruiting-wise? Who have they brought in a 5-star quarterback to be ranked 6?
Yeah, I think, honestly, man, a big part of their ranking, and I don't agree with this, by the way, is the fact they had that number 1 recruiting class this year. But it's like that recruiting class isn't going to have an impact on this season.
And if they do, they're boys playing against men. It takes a while to adapt to the college game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you might have 1 or 2 people out of that class that have an immediate impact, but it's not like that class overall is having a big impact. So I definitely think they got a little bit of a bump. But hey, man.
They got the Miami bump. They got a bump for playing Miami.
I think you have to at least go the other way around with that, sir.
I don't have to do anything.
Usually, if one team's ranked higher than the other,
they got a bump because they know that they're going to lose to the Miami Hurricanes, and they want to make sure that they're still in that 10 to 15 range after they take this.
Okay.
That's coming. That's what it really is.
The L coming. That's what you're trying to tell me right now.
That is what I am proclaiming. not telling you, proclaiming.
Well, you know, man, one half of the U is the L, so the two L's together, you got the University of Miami.
Well, man, you know, it's sad that, you know, when we're not even discussing your little Native American people, that you still have to try to take shots. But, you know, some of us are above certain things because we know that we're better and there's no need to stoop to the level of someone that's below us, beneath us.
You must be talking about our guest that's waiting in the green room right now, because I know you're not talking about yourself.
Oh, definitely. I'm talking about me, sir. I'm not stooping to the level of pettiness because I know that I'm better and my team's better. So there's no point in me to be upset with someone who's lower that's upset and trying to take shots. That's what you're supposed to do.
Okay. I will refer you back to last week's introduction when my co-host introduced himself as that jerk and that rude guy. I'll just, you know, refer back to that. I think that's sufficient.
I said, and I quote, some people say, I didn't say that I was, I said that's what some people have referred to me as. And by some people, that's what I was referring to.
You're pointing at a logo right now.
I'm actually not.
You know,
I'm actually not. I'm pointing directly at you because I switched my screen so that it goes the actual right way.
But
so, you know, if the thing is different, that's not on me. On my screen, I'm pointing at you.
Okay. You can go back and check out the replay. You're pointing at a logo.
That's okay. I can point up if that makes you feel happier from the little side thing. It's still the other jerk. That's who said it. But regardless of all that,
so
we do have a guest.
So here's what I'm gonna throw at you real quick on this college discussion. Let's go ahead and put it out there right now. You're way too early, ridiculous top 4. Who's making the playoffs?
Alabama, Clemson, Michigan, and Notre Dame.
I'm actually going to go Georgia over Alabama. I'm going to go Notre Dame also Michigan. After that, it gets a little questionable, but I do think it'll be whoever wins the ACC, which as of right now, I would have to say would probably be between you and Clemson.
Yes, sir.
We'll see. Let's just hope we don't get too.
But we will see. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, Ohio State, you know, obviously could get in, but I think Michigan is ready to take that next step. I think they can get over the Ohio State. Now, possible with what the Big Ten is doing, this might be the year we see 2 Big Ten teams get in. I mean, they did just sign media deals with like 8 different networks.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah. So you ready to bring our guest in here?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Welcome.
So we're going to do things differently than we've done in the past this week. Feline, I don't think we're able to hear you. Still can't hear you.
What about now?
We got you. Appreciate it. So I'm just going to simply say this. This is going to be one of the weekly contributors for the NFL Matchup Madness. That's going to be right here at playcallersportstalk.com on Tuesday at 9 p.m. And I'm going to allow you, Valine, to introduce everyone to you.
Okay. Well, I've been a Saints fan since birth. Since birth, I was born and raised in Louisiana. Been a Saints fan through the ugly days. And I mean, I love all things New Orleans Saints. I'm a proud member of the 𝐿Hood Nation. I think, we play at 8 tonight. And I got my thing set up. So if we still rolling, I'll be watching the game as well. Playing the Chargers. I think James is supposed to play tonight. So we'll see what he looked like for the first time in preseason. He ain't played at all this preseason with his bum foot. So we're gonna see.
So what are you looking for with Jameis? I mean, do you feel, because we didn't really get a chance to see him a lot last year,
Right.
Do you think, just from what little bit you've seen, that he's going to cut down on some of the interceptions, or do you feel, are you still worried that that's going to be a problem?
I mean, the little bit we saw of him last year, he looked like he was making smarter decisions. So I'm hoping that he keeps that trend, like, make smart decisions, go through your progressions, even take off if you don't see anybody open, because I mean he is a mobile quarterback technically. So I mean, just be smart with the ball. You got all these weapons. Please do something with it. Like, I feel like our season depends on Jameis's success. If Jameis is trash, the season go down the drain. If Jameis is good, we up, because we got talent, much talent on both sides of the ball. So I feel like Jameis is the key.
I feel like I can say this as a Florida State fan,
Why
someone who has immense appreciation for Jameis bringing a national championship to us. Let's not really refer to him as mobile.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me at all? Or are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So, Valine, what he's saying is he thinks that as a Florida State fan, and he has to always tout that Jameis brought them a national championship, that he doesn't think you should refer to Jameis as mobile. I, on the other hand, actually disagree with his thought, but that is his, his opinion.
Hold on.
Can you hear us now?
I think it's the headset. We do live shows, you always have technical issues.
Yeah, you always have a little something happen.
All right. I think I'm back now.
Okay, good.
I don't know what that was. My bad.
Are you able to hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Now, I was just saying, as a Florida State fan, I watched Jameis a lot. So I wouldn't necessarily refer to him as a mobile quarterback. He probably has the ugliest run style of anybody ever. But his mobility in the pocket is really good. Like, his pocket presence is really good. But yeah. You get him in the open field, it's deceptive.
Yeah, he goofy. But I mean, what I mean is, like, I want him to take off. Like, don't just be waiting for, take off.
Yeah.
Don't be like Drew. Drew was standing there. He ain't taking off. Like, everybody knew that too. Like, everybody knew Drew was not running with the ball.
Yeah. You got to be able to kind of be versatile. I mean, I think he can move enough. He can run. I mean, I wouldn't say he has the goofiest run, because you got to remember guys like Sam Bradford. Have you ever seen Tom Brady try to run? You know what I'm saying? Peyton Manning try to run. So there's a lot of guys that have a worse, goofier run than him. But I wouldn't put him as the best looking runner by far. So, yeah.
Right.
My opinion.
I agree. They was pretty ugly too.
Yeah, I mean, it's on the uglier side, but it's not nowhere near the ugliest.
No, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this season, like, because last year we had like practice squad players as receivers, and we addressed that issue, and then Michael Thomas supposed to be back. So I'm hoping Jameis just go out there and air that thing out, man.
Yeah, like you said a few minutes ago, he was looking a lot better. Jameis, I think, actually injury, and he's going to be in a similar system, obviously, because you're keeping a lot of the fundamentals and things that you had from before, because basically your coordinator became the head coach. So I don't anticipate too many changes. I'm excited to see Jameis and see what he's able to do, because there's been a lot of talk, a lot of back and forth about if he's really a starting quarterback, if he has the ability to be one, if he's really just a really great backup, if he's a guy that never can get out of the gunslinger mentality, kind of read the right plays, make the right plays, throw the ball away at times, and not take as many chances. So this is a good year. And like you said, you're going to have Jarvis Landry, who I'm high on, as well as Michael Thomas. And then some of those guys that you had that were basically, like you said, practice squad or second team players are still going to be in the mix, because they got a lot of experience last year, but then you have some more experienced and dependable guys as well. So I think New Orleans is going to be a lot better than we were last year.
I hope so, because we almost made the playoffs with the scrub squad. So we got good sides on both sides now, so we should be straight. At least make the playoffs.
Yep.
So does it concern you at all that you not have Sean Payton anymore? I mean, I think that's one thing a lot of people are looking at as a big question mark.
Well, we still have Pete Carmichael, and a lot of times he was the one calling offensive plays. I mean, obviously Sean Payton being gone is a huge hole in our system, but Sean Payton been pissing off the Who Dat Nation for like the past 2 years. He was very suspect the last 2 years. I don't know if y'all pay attention like we do, but he, like like whenever we had the 2 quarterback system, a QB would be in there in the zone, feeling themselves in their bag, and he switch them out with Taysom. It's like you breaking all, like why are you making these crazy decisions? And I really don't know like what kind of game he was trying to call. It was just a lot of suspect calls. Time management was jacked up, and I mean I don't know, like Sean Payton was real suspect the last 2 years. So I mean, yeah, we love the kid, love that guy, but maybe it was time time to let go a little bit. We're gonna miss him for all that he did for New Orleans, but I don't know. I think it's time to let him go, son.
So Eric, was talking about Jameis say, if he doesn't show much improvement, do we still have much faith in him? I mean, I think we would probably all agree that Jameis has all the tools. He can make the throws. The ability is there. The question is, as my co-host pointed out, can he stop making the mental mistakes? Can he start making the smart plays? That's the question. And if he can't, then I don't think you have a choice but to lose some faith in him, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many tools you have if you're going to keep giving the ball to the other team.
Exactly.
At some point, you have to make stop doing that.
Yeah, if you ain't going to use the tools right, what's the point of having them? It's just going to be a huge waste of a year, because we ain't going to have this squad next year. Like, it's now or never.
Yeah. So it sounds like you feel like you might be able to compete with the Bucks for the division here, maybe.
Hey, I say we are. I mean, honestly, like we lost the game that counted, but during the regular season, we had their number for the last 2 years, even with Tom Brady. So, I mean, yeah, they hit us where it hurt in the playoffs, but I mean, I don't think nobody scared of the Bucks or nothing like that. I think I have confidence that we can take the division for sure. Ain't nobody worried about the Falcons. Ain't nobody worried about the Panthers.
And you know what? Speaking of that, well, actually we had, but it looks like we may have lost it. There we go. We have our Panthers rep on as well. So maybe we should bring him
wholeheartedly disagree with me.
Give me 1 second.
Let me get that Baker Mayfield.
That's all good.
We get that queued up, and as soon as I see their camera come on, I'll go ahead and bring them on live.
I don't know. They rolling with Baker Mayfield, so you see about that.
Well, I'll say this, and I'm not by any means trying to say Baker Mayfield's top 10 quarterback, but when you got him or the other options that they had at quarterback, it was a no-brainer that you're going to go with him, because at least he has had a quality season. Everybody else they have has not had a quality run, not even season in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, a lot of people thought it was breaking news when they made him the quarterback. I'm like, they traded for him after they had the other guys and started seeing them do their off-season workouts, right? So that told you everything you needed to know right there.
Right, and they weren't finna trade him. They were finna trade him to bring him to sit on the bench. Trade for him to sit on the bench. Like,
you're not paying him to do like what, $8 million? You already got to play Sam Darnold money to sit on the bench, so you weren't going to bring him in and pay him money to sit on the bench as well. But the Sam Darnold move was asinine. Like, I mean, I live in Charlotte, so I hear about the Panthers all the time. Panthers this, Panthers that. And the thing is, they're a very delusional fan base. I will say that. These people in Charlotte, they are a very delusional fan base about this team. They always feel like they're one player, one big play. If this had a broke differently, they'd be this. No, you still are the same team that you are. Like when they lost to the Eagles last year, funny story, I was riding around with my Eagles stuff on the morning of the game. So I got Panthers fans rolling up beside me like, y'all going to lose. Y'all going to take this L. I'm like, could you provide me with your with some sort of way to contact you, social media or whatever, so that we can have a little conversation after y'all take the L. And yeah, they kind of drove off at that point. They didn't want anything to do with that. And for the next like 3 weeks, I got dirty looks everywhere I went because I had little Eagles flags on the car. You know, I got a little decal on the back. I got the headrest with the Eagles joints. So everybody was like, yeah, they were not happy with me for a while. You know, they're a happy fan base at the beginning of the year. And then as the season goes on, they become more and more angry with the coach, the GM, the owner, the players.
Yeah, they want to clean house mid-season.
And the thing is, you're just not that good. Like, you're getting better, but they want to go from the outhouse to the penthouse. And that's not how the NFL works. Mm-hmm. Right? If you're a really good team and you start to lose players and you become not as good as you were, you got to kind of start at the bottom and you got to build your way back up. They're one of those teams that doesn't believe in that philosophy. I feel like they did get better in the draft. I feel like they're going to be better with Mayfield than they were with any other quarterbacks they have on the roster. So I don't know if that makes them a playoff team, but I think it at least makes them a decent team, whereas previously they were worse than that. Now, I do agree with you, Valee, in the fact that I believe that y'all are going to be the other team that can really compete, you know, with the Bucks as far as the division goes. Because I feel like the Falcons, we had the Falcons rep on, and I got to say, it's going to be a tough season to be a Falcons fan.
Another delusional fan base. Keeping it real.
Yeah, there's a lot. So I lived there before I moved to Charlotte.
I live here now.
Okay, yeah. And my co-host actually lives there too. And yeah, I remember listening to the radio, and every year, Super Bowl. Every year deep in the playoffs, every year win a division. I'm like, really? With Matt Ryan?
Matt Ryan
is the guy that's probably top 15, 20. You give him 2 great receivers, a good tight end, running backs, a good line, he can win. But you take and shuffle any of those pieces out, you start to see a different quarterback. And that's the thing. And I do admire Atlanta, and I respect one thing that they did, and that was get rid of Matt Ryan. Because I think you were at the point where he wasn't going to win with what you had, and you weren't going to have an opportunity to build back up while he was still there. So get some value for him. Yeah, get him out of there. You get Mariota in this year, let him get killed. You know, and then after you stretcher him off, you'll be bad enough to probably grab a quarterback in the draft.
They got faith. They seen in the preseason, Desmond Ridder was doing really good. But I mean, I wouldn't put much stock in preseason and your second string quarterback.
Right. Preseason against other people's 2s and 3s is not the same as regular season against everybody's top players.
Yeah, with you and your trash ass O-line.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, when your backup quarterback come in during the regular season, the NFL doesn't make everybody else put their backups in too.
Right.
And they don't make them play vanilla defense either.
Right. They ain't taking no gas off, no foot off the brake or gas.
People actually game planning against you. Yeah, it's some stuff going on.
Right.
Crazy things like using your weaknesses against you and your strengths and all that stuff and taking away what you do best. You know, crazy things like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Game planning. I mean, who would think of these things, right? I mean, just crazy stuff.
Who actually wants to win?
Game planning. Right. I mean, yeah, I just feel like, to me, Atlanta's probably the worst team in the division. Carolina's probably next. I would say if there is a team in your division that could take on Tampa Bay, it would be New Orleans. I would say that, just, from what I've seen.
It's hard to say who is the number 1 in our division right now because both teams look completely different than they did last year.
Yeah.
Like Tampa Bay lost a lot of people on their offense too. And we gained a lot of talent. So it's kind of hard. Like, we'll just have to wait and see on that one. Like, but yeah, I feel like we got it in us to give them a run.
Tampa,
that's all you can do. If you can give them a run, done what you can do.
That's it.
Yeah. Remember, Tampa struggled a little bit last year when they kept losing cornerbacks.
Yeah.
And they're missing something even more important this year. They're losing offensive linemen this year.
Oh, they lost like what 2, 3 linemen, including the
3.
center.
Yeah, they're down 3. Yeah,
Hey, that hurts. I see a lot of people though. A lot of people around the league losing linemen left and right.
Yeah, it's tough, man, because you're doing a lot with these linemen, like out in the preseason. You got them running, you got them going through the camps and all that thing. And these linemen are not, I would say, in the best shape as of yet. So it's difficult for them to probably make the changes that need to be made. And it's kind of crazy, but it is kind of alarming that we have so many linemen, offensive and defensive linemen, that are getting injured at such a clip. But I don't feel bad for Tampa Bay because they have Tom Brady and he's a cheater.
And I don't feel bad for them at all because they're in our division. So whatever. Let our D-line eat.
I still remember from back in the day when they cheated us and the Panthers out of Super Bowls with their cheating selves. And I'm never going to let it go, right? Like, yeah. I'll be like, if I'm 90 years old, I'll still be talking about how they cheated us.
Man,
even if we win like 5 more Super Bowls between now and then. Cheaters. That's what they are, cheaters.
I know how you feel. Trust me, I'm a Saints fan. I know.
Let's actually hear from somebody else about the Panthers.
The Panthers, I'm going to tell you right now, we're the dark horse. The dark horse in the NFC. If you want to,
dark.
Yeah, I'm always dark. Right? Don't worry about that.
They dark. That's for sure.
It's that midnight.
I'm sorry I'm so late, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm so late. I've been on the road. I was running around, couldn't get a good signal. I finally found a good signal. Quite honestly, the only thing the Panthers needed to do this year was true up the offensive line. We kind of fulfilled that in the draft. Because it doesn't matter who you put under center if they don't have time to throw the ball. It doesn't matter if Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore go off. They can't go off without an offensive line. That would, to me, was the most important part of the offseason is addressing that offensive line. Because quite honestly, the defense was like top 5, I think. So we can stop them with the best of them. It's really just a matter of can you put up points. McCaffrey getting hurt, I don't know really how to take that. Chuba Hubbard, I love him, but he's not a McCaffrey. You know how you have a guy that's that guy, and you could have a backup, you could have 2, 3 backups, but they're just not that guy. That's kind of the feeling I get as far as the running game goes. But we got 2 very competent and capable receivers that can get the job done. And we're working on the tight end position. We got the young guy, but difficult.
Yeah, I think we lost you.
Yeah, filming silent movies over there,
Yeah, we're doing we can't hear you right now. We can't hear you. So while you get that figured out, so Valine, you're here, he's here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that New Orleans is a superior team this coming season to the Panthers?
Absolutely. No doubt.
That was a loaded question, right? That was a loaded question, right?
Very much.
Is that even a question?
What was the question?
The question I asked Valine, I said, do you feel like the New Orleans Saints are a superior team to the Carolina Panthers this coming season?
They're not. They're flat out not.
Flat out?
Basically, flat out. You're just not. Michael Thomas is a question mark. Kamara is a question mark for the entire season. Your quarterback is questionable. So is ours. Like, we have kind of the same problems that you have. So it's going to be basically which one of us will come in fourth. Like, come on, stop playing. The Saints, the Saints don't even have a shot to win the division. Let me stop playing. Atlanta will be in fourth.
I was about to say, you forgot about Atlanta.
I'm like, wait, you got Atlanta.
Fourth place is done, son. Fourth place is done, son.
Bro, if you said Atlanta was gonna be second, I was gonna keep you off the show. You was done.
Yeah, that was a little.
I was like,
that
what?
was a little disrespectful. A little.
Yo, I'm about to give you the signal. Like, cut this dude off. Cut this dude off. He must be drunk. Cut this dude off.
No. But
that Sandman hook.
I do feel like right now, if you being a fan and everything, I mean, how am I gonna bet against the Bucks? I get that. But that doesn't mean one of us is not going to make the playoffs as well. And like I said, I do believe that the Panthers are a dark horse because we have a healthy Christian McCaffrey. We have 2 wide receivers that can turn it up. We do have a quarterback that, to me, I'm not saying that he's the franchise guy. He's got the tag or he's going to be that guy that does it. But he's more serviceable than what we worked with last year. So I'm saying that given all things equal, we're going to have to battle it out. I guess we'll just see come week 16, 17.
I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that. Oh, go ahead.
I just want to ask you this because you were bringing up some of those weapons that you had over there. Can you legitimately tell me that Baker's walking into a better situation in Carolina than what he had in Cleveland?
Not necessarily walking into a better situation, but walking into at least what he had is what I'll say. DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson are no slouches. They can get the job done. Depending on, I think it's going to be a lot dependent on Christian McCaffrey's health and what we do at tight end. I really think the tight end position could be the difference between the Panthers making the playoffs and not making the playoffs. On the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, I think they're solid. I think they're better than the Saints defensively. Listen, soak it up, look up the stats. They were like a top 5 defense last year. They got beat. They only won 5 games the last 2 seasons, but the defense has been solid.
Glad you brought that up,
outside of that, yeah, hey,
I do have the stats pulled up. So allow me to share what they say. You had the number 2 total defense in yards allowed per game.
Bang.
Unfortunately, wins and losses are
not
by
there.
yards.
They're
by points. And you were number 21 in points per game.
Listen, and so to that point, to your point, Box, I like the way you just kind of cut my throat and left me to bleed out. But what I will say is, the fewer yards you give up, the more likely you are to win the game. First of all, cool. I'm gonna need you to stop laughing because it's not funny, man. Anyway, where were the Saints in both categories?
I have to look because nobody went over here telling me the Saints were a top 5 defense. So I haven't looked yet.
I had it, boy. I know my stuff. Guess what? Our defense is better than the Saints, like I said.
But y'all can't win defense. Y'all can't win games with y'all good defense. Y'all was trash last year with that defense.
Last 2 years, 5 games won.
So what's the point of bragging on it if you ain't doing nothing to help win?
I'm sorry. What Super Bowl did you win? I'm sorry. My bad.
Okay. And nobody in here won the Super Bowl last year.
Exactly. So 𝐾𝐁. But what I'm saying is, given everything else equal, because honestly, you don't have a quarterback that you can really talk about. Michael Thomas is a question mark forever. Your running back could be suspended at any given moment. And who's your tight end? So we have the same problem. Actually, we shored up our front end, our offensive line in the draft. So we're coming, and you better watch out. We're
not worried.
First of all, I do see the Panthers sweeping the Saints this year, and the Falcons. like
everybody gonna sweep
like
the Falcons, bro.
They're gonna go from a 5-year. I know, right? Let's not even talk about that. I don't know what. I can't name one person on the team. I'm about to pick Roddy White in my fantasy league. Okay.
Hey, listen. All I gotta tell you is y'all better be worried about Marcus Mariota.
Oh yeah, I've been worried about him.
I can't even say this seriously.
Yeah, I'm worried about him as much as I'm worried about Tim Tebow, bro.
Now all jokes aside,
wow.
I do like the combination that Atlanta has with Drake London and I can't think of his name right now. The tight end.
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts. I think that's going to give them a nice combo. And if they ever get an offensive line and somebody to throw it in the football, it's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, but it ain't going to be this year.
Yeah, but they ain't got it. It ain't going
to be this year. I'm just
I'll
recognizing that there's some building blocks.
Mo, I got a question for you. Before you go further, Mo, I got a question for you. So, what does Anthony Davis and Christian McCaffrey have in common?
The most important ability is availability.
And they both like to wear their street clothes. But
no, McCaffrey, we're not going to do that with McCaffrey. First of all,
we are.
I think that,
yes, we are.
No, here's what I think needs to happen in order for them to be successful. I really believe that they have to cut down his usage.
So who y'all number 2?
Tuba, they call him Tuba. I call him Chubba because I like the way it sounds better. Chubba Hubbard. Tuba Hubbard. But I do believe if they put them out kind of in like a 60-40, you cannot use that man that much. And the thing is, when he is available and he's out there, everybody knows he's getting the ball. Everybody knows McCaffrey's getting the ball every down. He gets the ball 3 downs out of 4. And nobody can stop it. But his usage has to be it has to be tapered. If they can find a way to utilize some of the other weapons a little more and reduce his usage, come on, man. Yeah, the last 2 seasons he has been hurt. But before that, he was a juggernaut. And I think he still has juggernaut in him, but you just can't run this man every down. Like, we're going to run him on 1st down, throw it to him on 2nd down, and then run him on 3rd down again. And then if we go for it on 4th, we're giving it to McCaffrey. It's too much on one guy. He's
like how y'all ain't figured that out yet. I feel like everybody in the league know that except y'all. And y'all keep giving him the ball.
The Saints did it with Kamara the year
before. He ain't hurt though.
They sure the heck did.
He wasn't hurt like McCaffrey though.
Well, yeah, he's just a criminal. He's just a whole felon. He's just a felon. He's gonna be in street clothes because he's a whole felon. So we'll see about that.
So you saying?
Let's go.
So you saying he'll get signed to convict music? Is that what you're saying, sir?
Yeah, he did. I got a call yesterday from Death Row Records. They looking to sign Kamara.
Hey. Son ain't suspended yet, so we'll see.
Suge Knight himself reached out to me. Okay.
Yeah, they taking Panthers chains this year.
So Mo, I just want to let you know.
It's going to come down to the tight end, really.
So Mo, I just want to let you know, per your request, I went and looked. And the Saints actually finished 4th in points per allowed per game last year.
And we were 2nd, you say?
You were 21st.
You were 21st, sir.
Well, wait a minute. What about?
Oh, wait a minute.
What about yards allowed?
Points,
yards
bro.
per allowed. Y'all were 2. I think they were like 7th. Yards per allowed.
Okay.
So they give up more yards and you would still allow way less points.
We'll just say that all things being equal,
it's not equal though.
It's not equal.
Who y'all starting quarterback this year?
It's not equal. Who, the Saints?
I don't even know who the Saints starting quarterback is.
You know who it is, man. Why you playing?
Come on. Right.
You know who it is. Why you playing?
Oh man, come on. All I got to do is poke his eye out. Find him again, and we're good.
He'll
throw interception after interception after interception. Pop his contact out, and it's interception galore, bro.
He's saying all this, but wait till week 2, and he gonna be crying. Oh, week 3. I'm
week
sorry.
2. One of us gonna be crying. Week 3. So we gonna reconvene between week 3 and week 4. Yes, we shall.
100%.
And you're gonna be sad, and then you're gonna be telling me how you gonna beat us the next time.
No, because you talk about Christian McCaffrey, he gonna already be on IR.
Whoa, let's not do that. That's
street
real petty.
Street clothes.
All right, well, it don't matter because Kamara will be in prison. So.
No, you ain't.
Convict.
Convict music.
Y'all saw what Eric said over here in the comments. Talk about Death Row better hurry up and sign that contract.
Yo, y'all know that Snoop now runs Death Row Records, right? You know he bought it.
Yeah.
It ain't shit no more.
I think that's amazing, but that is not sports related, sir.
Convict music.
But I think
you
that's
over here talking about
information.
Well, I'm just saying, I just wanted to help you out because you were saying how Suge was about to call, but Suge ain't calling for Death Row Records because he's no longer part of it, sir.
Yeah, quite honestly,
making that call,
like as far as the quarterback position, I think at the quarterback position, I mean, I'm a fan of James, to be quite honest. But the nigga the dude is blind as a bat. We'll see what he does this year. Michael Thomas is gonna make or break your season. I'll tell you that right now. If he's not what he was 2-3 years ago, you might be battling with Atlanta.
Got Jarvis Landry.
You might be battling. Jarvis Landry is trash.
Juice is
trash. I don't know about trash, but he's a solid 2.
Well, he's nothing to write home about. He's a solid 3.
Oh,
you got the rookie Olave is a solid 3.
Solid 3. Jarvis Landry is
wilding, bro.
Give me his best season. Give me his best season. He's a solid 2, but he's aging just like everybody else, so he's a solid 3 at this point.
Now, if you want to talk about somebody on New Orleans with street clothes, that's Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry, because he be over there chilling with McCaffrey. They be, you know what I'm saying? They be both on the side chilling. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. He's a solid 3.
But we're talking about
we have 2 young guys. We have 2 young guys that can get it done. You know. And it's really gonna rely on quarterback play for both of our squads. Like if your quarterback is what he says he is, and your receivers are what they look like they are, then it will be a battle in this division. So I'll tell you this: I don't even see us. I really could see the Panthers winning the division. I mean, they're about to score right now. I could see them winning the division. I'm watching the game, homie. Touchdown! There we go. Anyway, like I say, and I'm not really, I know Tom Brady is Tom Brady. However, he is down quite a few weapons. He doesn't have the loaded team that he's used to running with. So let's say Panthers 1, Saints 2. Tampa 3 and Atlanta. Let's put them in another division. Let's just put Atlanta in another division. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna let Eric respond to you.
Hey, Eric, facts. Like what in the world?
It's a touchdown, man. 7-0.
Panthers.
Let's get it
first. I just gotta say, like,
they delusional.
And as I started off, what did I say? Dark horse. Watch out for that. The Trojan horse. Watch out for it.
Dead horse.
Dead
horse.
It's all starting to make sense. Why Carolina likes to use that silver and blue color scheme, because y'all act just like Cowboys fans.
No, sir. No. Whoa. First of all, I don't know why you just said that word. I don't know why you just said that word. Now I'm gonna have to tell you.
I gotta lean on. I gotta put the lean
about
on
the San Francisco 49ers, who are going to be absolute garbage. I give them 7 wins. I give San Francisco 7 wins this year.
Remember now,
have you checked the schedule?
You got to explain yourself.
Have you checked the schedule?
Hold on, let me see. Now I'm intrigued.
So tell me why we're going to win 7 games.
Uh-oh. No, I was just playing, though.
I'm intrigued too. You talking about 7 wins?
7 wins. Let's hear the schedule. I'm gonna run down the schedule, and I'm gonna tell you what's a win and what's a loss.
Again, I'm going to defer to Eric here. Are you speaking as a football fan or a team fan?
You
talking reckless.
I am. I got to do something. Y'all came in my squad, man.
Hey, man, you the one came up here telling y'all number 2 yards per loud, while giving up like that 21st most points in the league.
We don't give up no yards.
But you give up them points. He don't wear hurt.
Because everybody just be scoring with a short field.
Right.
And what that tell me is y'all give
turnovers.
Man, what that tell me is y'all give them a short field to begin with.
Offensive line. We upgraded the offensive line and the secondary, so we'll be fine.
You did upgrade the quarterback.
What did y'all do? What did the Saints do?
Baker Mayfield is an upgrade over Sam Darnold. I will say that.
It's an upgrade, but I won't say it's a big upgrade.
I do not apologize, E. I do not apologize.
Eric got your back.
Yeah, y'all like how I talked around that. Y'all see how I talked around that whole San Francisco shit I said.
Well, you just brought it back up, sir.
San Francisco got a tough schedule this year.
I was just messing with you, Box. Just messing with you, sir.
They got a tough schedule, though. I'm looking at it.
Look.
It's not an easy schedule. Seriously.
I think we made the playoffs. It's going to be a little bit up and down. Trey Lance is obviously going to have some struggles. But I think we'll still make the playoffs.
Okay.
Never know.
In the NFC, I don't know.
I'm certainly not worried about. I'm certainly not worried about the Panthers.
Should be, sir.
We play the Panthers and the Falcons back to week. I'm looking forward to that's at least one winning streak this season.
We'll put it on you. A healthy Panthers team will put it on you. It's kind of sad because it really is going to depend on the health of like one guy.
Y'all whole team.
Chris McCaffrey
if he gets hurt, it's been shown already that if he's not out there, it's a completely different offensive scheme. It's a completely different team. They don't have the same prowess that they do if this guy is healthy. If he's healthy, if he can stay healthy, then we can compete with anybody in the NFC. Seriously,
Mo, I've got to do it. I've got the schedule up. I got to do it. I've got to hear. I want to hear. I'm curious to hear what you want to say. I'm curious to hear what you got to say. So the first week of the regular season, they play the Bears.
W.
Is that a win or a loss? The Bears.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's a loss.
For who?
For San Fran. Who's got the who?
San Francisco plays the Bears. They play the Bears. The Bears. Chicago Bears. The Bears.
Where?
In Chicago.
In Chicago.
That's a Chicago win.
Okay.
I'm going to start there.
He's got one loss. I'm going to get me out a little piece of paper here. And we're going to mark down wins and losses and see where it come from. That's what we're going to do.
That's an L, bro. That's an L for San Fran.
All right. According to Mo, that's a loss. Week 2, they play Seattle.
W.
I'm about to say, if you say that's a loss, I'm leaving this show.
Yeah, no, hey,
you say that's a loss, I'm leaving.
Seattle might not win a game this year. Let's say that.
If you said that was a loss, I'm done with the show. Boss, you got it, I'm done.
Good night, and thanks for coming out.
All right, week 3, they got the Denver Broncos. In Denver.
Yeah, that's an L for San Fran. Right, L. So I'm going to give you L's and W's.
Yeah. Week 4, they got the Rams. They got the Rams at home in week 4.
Doesn't matter. L.
Okay.
All right. They got the Panthers. They're a purchase team. They've been. You already know. L.
Week 5.
L.
All right. They got the Falcons week 6. Now wait to see what come out your mouth.
His mic is shut off because it's trying to protect him.
Yeah, right.
W. Do you hear W? They win that. San
Okay,
Fran
I'm about to say.
that.
I was looking again like this. This dude is being reckless. All right, week 7, they got the Chiefs at home.
Skip the game.
Loss.
Okay. Week 8, they got the Rams again.
I think the Rams sweep them easily.
Right, so you got that as a loss. All right, week 9, they got their bye. Week 10, they got the Chargers.
W.
Okay. Week 11, they have the Cardinals.
W.
All right. Week 12, they have the Saints.
L.
W.
You like
All right. W. All right. Week 13, they got the Dolphins.
Ooh. Leave that one open.
Now you got to pick. You got to make a decision. You got to draw a line in the sand.
stand on your schedule.
Ooh. Dolphin. All right, give them a W.
All right. Got to stand on it, but you got to put a line in the sand. Week 14, they got Tampa Bay.
Loss.
Okay. Week 15, they got Seattle again. I'm assuming.
W.
All right, about to say. I'm assuming that goes in the right category. Week 16, they have the Carson-led Commies.
Loss.
You got them losing to the. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Week 17.
Hey, that's one of those 50-50 games.
That's not.
All right.
Week 17, they have the Raiders.
Actually, give them the W against Washington and L against the Raiders. Yeah, I had to see the schedule. I'm not looking at.
All right, and then the Cardinals.
Did I have them losing to the Cardinals the first time? I have them splitting.
You did.
I have
you had them losing the first time.
That. So I have them winning the second time.
Okay. So based on what you said, let me make sure because you know you had a little back and forth there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 5.
I was pretty close to what I said. I'll tell you.
All right, so you have them at 8 and 9. And I have to say,
making the playoffs.
And I have to say, you have probably 2 losses in there that I am appalled that you picked, but not as bad as if you had them losing to the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Nobody losing to the Seahawks, bro. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Seahawks or the Atlanta Falcons don't win a game this year.
I would say
I would not be shocked.
The 49ers are going to beat the Chicago Bears, and I believe they're going to beat the Panthers. So in my mind,
I know they won't beat the Panthers. I know they won't beat the Panthers. Like, so that first game against the Bears is going to be, first of all, it's the first game of the season. Is it in Chicago?
It is in Chicago.
That is what I think kind of
it's going to be Chicago better
for me. No, I'm not saying that Chicago is the better team. I think them playing at home week 1 is going to be the difference in the game. That's the only reason I'm trying Chicago. I'm
trying to understand why you think Chicago playing at home gives them any kind of advantage, though. That's what I'm.
Because it's not cold yet.
It's not cold yet.
It's not cold. They're not a good team to begin with.
It's just home field advantage. Like, you have to travel. You guys are going to travel from your little sunny place in California, and you're going to travel to Chicago.
You might want to go look at the schedule the last couple of years.
You're going to go there and get beat.
You might want to go look at our schedule the last 2 years.
Mark it down. Hey, I don't.
We've traveled the first 2 weeks of every season.
2 weeks away.
We've traveled the first 2 weeks of every season and won both games.
Well, we can talk about it in less than 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, I'm coming back for you after week 3.
This is recorded.
come on!
I will come on the Eagles Elite podcast and talk about this.
Oh. I like the little pub there, Box. Hey, V, where you from, though?
I'm originally from Louisiana, but I live in Atlanta right now.
You are a whole trader. Okay,
I get it. I'm not a Falcons fan.
So you don't really have a team.
The New Orleans Saints
with the Panthers.
No, sir.
Yo, I was a Saints fan for 5 years. 1990 to 1995, I was a Saints fan.
So why you decided to jump ship? Look at Kamara. Come on.
Because they suck. I was there. I was living there. I was living in New Orleans. And before I went there, when I was in high school, I loved the colors. And so I had a starter jacket. You might be too young to know about it.
Negative.
I had a starter jacket. I had a starter jacket, a Saints starter jacket, and the hat. And then I ended up going to college in New Orleans. We used to jog to the Superdome as a workout. It was great. I used
jump
to go
ship
to the
whack ass Panthers. Why? Because they was new. Didn't they come in 95?
That's a long story. Now that's a long story.
New. They was new and shiny.
About it. No, they're actually my second team. I live in the Carolinas right now, so they are my second team, and I rep them like I love them. I love them. I hope they do great things. But I have another team that's actually. I don't want Cole. Stop licking your lips.
Hey,
fly, Eagles, fly to victory. And I challenge San Francisco, the New Orleans, Atlanta. I don't care where you at. You will not beat the Eagles this year. I promise you. But anyway, I'm not supposed to say that because I am repping the Panthers today.
Bro, you say whatever you want, man.
This is my other team, okay?
You going real hard for your plan B.
You damn right. Hey, that plan B, it better be a good plan. How about that? Otherwise,
I'm not though.
With a whole nother baby.
It's not.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Hold up. I gotta pause the conversation for a second because I know we talking a lot of football, but we had a comment over here in the chat earlier that I gotta bring up and see what everybody's thoughts are on this. Michael Jordan fans are the worst sports fans in the history of mankind.
I completely 100% agree. I completely 100% agree. Let me tell you something about Michael Jordan fans. First of all, they disregard everything that came before Michael Jordan, and they disregard everything that comes after him. Let me tell you something. LeBron James is a better all-around basketball player than Michael Jordan has ever been. Before that, there was Elgin Baylor and more people that have done more than he did. But this guy, there's somebody out there with 11 rings, but they say he was 6-0. Nobody counts his losses. Everybody counts his victories. They don't count the times that he went to the playoffs and got knocked out by the Detroit Pistons or somebody else. They don't count the times that he got ran over by Bird. They don't count any of his losses because he didn't make it to the finals. Doesn't mean he didn't lose. He lost. So the people that try to argue against him and LeBron, it's like, okay, so LeBron is 4, 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 or whatever. Okay, but he made it to the finals. To make it to the finals 10 years straight in that league, as it is very difficult to make it to the finals. Can we all agree on that?
Oh, yeah.
So just to get
really
there like 10 years. No,
yes,
wait.
Really
just to get there 10 years in a row.
Player.
Yeah, no. Are you kidding me?
Top 50
just
players.
to get there. What are you talking about?
Wade and
so let's talk about Scottie Pippen and let's
Love.
talk about bringing over Dennis Rodman, who was already a Hall of Famer before he even got to the Bulls.
What about the first three? Rodman won the first three. What about the first three? Who we have?
So you talking about Horace Grant?
And what did Horace Grant do?
They had another little
three-point specialist. What did Horace Grant do when he wasn't on the Bulls? Name an accomplishment of any sort, any type that he had when he was on the Bulls.
Doesn't matter.
Name anything that Horace Grant did.
Was made
anything. Answer the question, Mo. Name anything that Horace Grant did in his career that was noteworthy at all when he wasn't on the Bulls.
You name me something else Udonis Haslem did when he wasn't on the Miami Heat.
Well, he's only been on the Miami Heat. He didn't go to another team.
You said, well, then name me
Or
something
Grant
else.
went to Orlando. You don't even know it because he was nothing there when he didn't have Michael Jordan.
Name me something Eric Snow did when he wasn't on the Miami Heat, because Eric Snow
actually he went to the finals. Eric Snow actually went to the finals with Allen Iverson in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. Thanks for bringing.
Oh well, you asked me. You said name something else. You're a Philadelphia Sixers fan. How you even know that?
The finals. He went to the finals. I know that, but he went to the finals. But name me some stats. Like, bro, you talking trash right now. Like, just unnecessary trash. Like, so first of all, bro.
You haven't so. If you want stats, give me stats.
Tell me. All right, no, you give me stats. You tell me in what category Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James.
Give me LeBron stats.
Give me a stat where he's better than. Give me a stat where Michael Jordan is better than Kobe Bryant. How about that? Let's do that, because people don't even talk about Kobe. But I have Kobe, and I never liked Kobe when he was playing. I was a Kobe Bryant hater while he was playing until his last 3 or 4 years. But he is a more efficient and effective scorer than Michael Jordan ever was.
A Jordan hater, and that's fine.
Michael Jordan.
I don't believe that Jordan is the greatest of all time.
So you're one of those.
You're trying to bash the man.
Guys, you're trying to make the man the GOAT because he has 6 championships. Well, as a matter of fact,
I'm not trying to make anybody
to go by.
Hold on, whoa,
We talking about?
I'm not trying to make anybody.
Robert Horry.
I have always said. I have always said that there's not one GOAT. So don't try to come up on here because you in your little feelings because you don't like Michael Jordan for whatever reason.
I agree with that one.
Maybe took one of your girlfriends, or you know somebody that's fantasizing about him or something. But don't try to come up here and like I've ever said that there's one GOAT. I have never. I have always took the stance that there's.
But you always
thing.
repping this guy though. You always repping this
Michael
guy.
Jordan went to UNC. You're not gonna get on here and talk bad about Michael
care.
Jordan. This man averaged 30 points in his career. This man averaged 30 points in his career.
I can't cuss on here, so I'm gonna say
a year.
Butthole. He's a whole butthole, and I don't care.
He averaged 2.3 steals in his career.
If I saw him today,
he averaged 5.3. He has 5.3 assists in his career.
And
he
I
averaged 6.2 rebounds in his career.
I could beat him in one-on-one.
He had a 32.7% three-point percentage in his career.
I could beat him one-on-one.
He shot 49.7% from the field for his career.
If I could beat him one-on-one,
oh my gosh.
More like you.
I please,
you better.
Jordan, please. I just want you to come
my favorite
and see this part of the show.
Player
and I want to promote.
Iverson. Let's be clear, my favorite.
When Michael Jordan
gives
you
made him look
the work.
Made him look like
Michael
the
Jordan
man
still
he
be giving
off this court.
NBA players the work. You think you could beat him?
Allen Iverson put Michael Jordan into retirement.
Wow.
He sent Michael Jordan into retirement.
Wow.
Come get this cross up, bro. See what you get.
But didn't he play years after that? Was that his last year playing? I don't believe that was his last year playing.
Oh man!
Because if I recall correctly,
that was his last best year. After that, he was trash.
Oh,
Shaq and
average of 30 points for your
Shaq and Penny dropped that boy. Shaq and Penny dropped that boy out the playoffs. Knocked him out. Get out of here, Mike.
Absolutely, they did. They did.
You're trash.
They absolutely did.
You're trash.
They absolutely did. They absolutely did. And LeBron was sitting at home last year and the year before that. And before he went and begged the front office to trade away the whole future of the Lakers to come and get Anthony Davis, the street clothes man. LeBron was sitting at home.
Michael Jordan was the best scorer of all times. No, he was just more aggressive than anybody else.
He wasn't the best scorer of all time.
He's not.
That's ridiculous.
Not at all. Not even close.
No, he's not. But 30 points a game is pretty impressive.
Was actually
in an era where people get 90 or less. 30 is pretty impressive.
Jordan was a very much more efficient scorer than Michael Jordan
because the game
he could do everything Mike could do even more. Right. So
just like the game changed. Just like the game changed from when Dr. J played, Magic played,
the game ain't changed in the last 17 years, and LeBron James has been the most dominant player.
Hand checking is gone
down over the last 17 years. We got these
flagrant ones and flagrant twos. They were not there back in the day. Were they or were they not? Because you said the game hasn't changed, but you're lying. You're not even incorrect. You're lying. The game has changed significantly. You cannot hand check. You now can play zone defense, which you couldn't do back in the day. You now have flagrant ones and flagrant twos.
And
you now
somebody
have
please
clear pass fouls and all that.
All right.
But those things were not there back in the day. So the game's not changed. That is a false and incorrect
One more thing.
lie.
I'm gonna
Don't
say
come on the
one
show and
last
lie.
thing. I'm gonna say one last
Don't
thing.
do that.
If
Tell
I
the
ever,
truth.
if I ever
Tell
have
the
the
truth,
opportunity,
Tell the truth.
I'm gonna say one
Tell
last
the
thing.
truth. Tell the truth.
Say one last thing. If I ever get
If
the
it's gonna be the truth,
opportunity, I'm gonna punch
tell the
Steph
truth.
Curry in the face. I don't like him. I will punch him smooth in the jaw, bro. Where's mine? I don't like this dude. He messed up the entire NBA. Everybody's shooting threes now. Like, stop.
Yeah, he definitely got big men shooting threes.
So
Please, man. Like, he just runs down court.
In the face.
hold on. I gotta just throw two things out real quick, man. So number one, if y'all enjoy this level of foolishness, make sure to go check these two dudes out on Wednesday nights for the Eagles Elite podcast. But also, I got to go back to Eric's comment earlier when you were talking about all the teams that you've been rooting for. You said you switched teams more than Fitzpatrick.
Whoa.
Big E.
Whoa.
Give him the work, Big E. He up here fronting. He'll come on the show and try to hate on Michael Jeffrey Jordan. What is this dude doing?
I'm not hating on him. I just don't like that dude. If I saw him tomorrow, I'd punch him in the jaw. Word about I will punch Michael Jordan in the jaw. And he old too.
I'm doing good down here.
I would kick him in the shin. I would kick Michael Jordan in the shin, and he wouldn't be able to do nothing about it. I would sue him for hurting my foot. No, I'm gonna kick him in the shin, and then I'm gonna sue him. Nope, I'm gonna kick him in the shin, and I'm gonna sue him for hurting the bottom of my foot.
Oh, Michael Jordan will pound your head and hold you at arm's length.
That's what happened.
That's
how Kamara had his thing happen. Somebody thought they was gonna run up on Kamara and kick him in the shit and sue him. And they got slapped around a little bit.
Y'all think because they athletes they won't beat your ass up?
Gonna learn today.
You gonna learn
it's
today?
funny. I think it's funny how Mo went from I could beat him in one-on-one to I will punch him in the face.
You want to choose violence.
I don't like it. Yeah, I'm gonna choose violence immediately. If I ever meet Michael Jordan in person, I'm going to immediately choose violence because he walking around slapping teammates. I'm gonna slap his ass. How about that?
Hope you got a good vertical.
He says,
I got a good vertical. I got like a 30-inch vertical, and I'm close to 50, and I still got a nice vertical. Word is mine.
You might have had a 30. You might have had that vertical back when you was 30.
No, I was talking about the vertical I had when I was like 19.
On this show, you have told us that the Carolina Panthers are a dark horse. And you have told us that the NBA hasn't changed in 17 years.
Yes.
I'm not believing you because you say you got a vertical.
my credibility is looking.
You have no credibility left. It's gone.
No. The worst part is when he came up here talking about he was a New Orleans Saints fan for 5 years. Now he's a Panthers fan, but his main team is
the Eagles. All in the NFC. How is this happening?
And then you got the 49ers losing to the Bears, who you don't even think are a better team, but because they're in Chicago.
Yeah,
it's not even cold.
In September.
When everything I said comes to fruition, I want you guys to bring me back on.
But are you going to show up when it doesn't?
Right.
LeVar Ball.
You say you're getting near LeVar Ball status over here.
I just want to know if you're going to come on when it doesn't.
Hey, guess what? But guess what? That man has 2 of them in already. Are all 3 of them in yet?
No, just 2.
One of them can't. Just 2.
Yeah,
the
just
youngest
2.
and the oldest. Can't get the middle one to stick nowhere. Comes,
guess what? I'm going to vote for him for Father of the Year when his third child hits the NBA. I'm going to vote that year for him to be Father of the Decade because
his
that's
third
amazing.
Hit the NBA
that's absolutely amazing to me.
You hear me, sir?
He will. Don't worry. He'll get another spot.
Give them same flowers.
I'm already giving him his flowers. Because
Giannis' daddy deserved them flowers too.
Yeah,
not only do we got all the shows in the NBA, they're all in the Milwaukee Bucks.
I got an idea.
His kids got rings.
Out there enough.
Wait, I have an idea for you.
Put himself out there enough. What's up?
Oh, I got an idea for you. I can make all your dreams come true. Take the middle son who can't stick in the NBA, hand him a football, and he can be Christian McCaffrey backup.
because he gonna get some playing time.
What?
You gonna get some playing time.
Wait a minute. Hey, I was about to freaking agree with you until you said that.
Because he definitely gonna get some playing time. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
No,
that
he's
boy gonna
not.
get the
He's gonna
rock.
get lots of playing time.
No, he's
Lots of
not.
playing time.
He
McCaffrey
gets
is gonna be
split
sitting over there chilling,
time, McCaffrey.
calling
No,
every Davis,
seriously,
seeing when they're gonna
in
link
all
up, since they
seriousness-
all both got a lot of free time.
In all seriousness, I really hope they reduce his usage. I mean, he's obviously a serious weapon. He's to be reckoned with. But you can't utilize him that much, or you're asking for the injury.
Mm-hmm.
You're asking for the injury. So if they can, like, literally, I personally, if I was the coach, I would have him out there, 2 downs. But I would be looking at a big bruiser back or somebody else that had the same skill set that he does, even Chuba Hubbard. But
What about Kenyon Drake?
It can't be
Kenyon Drake available.
That would be perfect, because Kenyon Drake, honestly, he has great hands. So he can catch the ball out of the backfield. They just have to find a way to cut down McCaffrey's usage. It's just way too high. It's way too high. You can't have 70% of your offensive plays running through one guy. Even though nobody can stop him, somebody can hurt him.
That's why I said, like, this is the NFL,
And once he
the
gets hurt,
professional
he's
football
absolutely
league.
useless.
How y'all ain't figured that out yet?
But here's the other question, though.
Stop this dude. I don't even know what it is with him, yo. I don't even know how he gets the yards he does.
Here's the question I got for you, though. So you said yourself earlier, their success this year ultimately comes down to Christian McCaffrey. Can he stay healthy?
Yes, sir.
But if you cut back his usage to keep him healthy, and he's not giving you as much, then
you
that's
can still
you.
win games. It's not hurting you. No, it's not. So let's just say you reduce his usage by 50%, you can still increase his effectiveness. Where he might have gotten 5 yards on this play. This dude is the kind of guy that will run out of the backfield. Well, he's very good in screens and outside runs. If you can keep his production where it is, he's already producing at like 120% of expectations. So if you can just keep him at least at 100% of expectations and bring somebody else in, give him a rest that can get that third down, 3rd and 2. You bring in Chuba Hubbard and let him get the 3rd and 2. Instead of putting McCaffrey out there, they still can't stop the 3rd and 2, Chuba Hubbard. He's effective. So you're still getting your first down. You're still moving the ball. Then you bring him back in. It's all about utilization. It has nothing to do with his production, but everything with utilization.
So I just want to see if I'm understanding you correctly. So the reason that Christian McCaffrey keeps getting hurt is because they're using him on 3rd and 2.
Nigga, well, Box, why would you do that, Box? Why would you do that, Box? That's not what I'm saying. I was giving an example, man. Yo, I ain't seen you in a minute, Box, and you gonna come at me like this? What I'm
just asking the good questions, man. That's what journalists do, man. We ask the good questions.
Yes, and like I can't even answer that one, bro. Like, no, I'm not agreeing to that.
I got a question too.
What I'm saying is,
what's 120% of his effectiveness?
Bro,
why are the expectations not going up, right?
If you run a play for your running back where you expect to get 10 yards, but you get 12, that's 120% effectiveness. That's what I'm talking about. That's the numbers I'm talking about.
But what if you expect to get 5 yards and you get 3?
Shut up, Clint. I mean, cool.
What if you expect to get 5 yards and you get 3?
He doesn't
get
get
negative 20% effectiveness.
Christian McCaffrey never gets 3 yards. Just like Alvin Kamara, he doesn't get 3 yards.
That's why y'all want to use him on every play, because y'all know he for sure gonna get the yards. But y'all got to figure out that number two. That number 2 got to produce too. So Christian.
No, the thing is, they haven't. I actually was a huge Cam fan. I was really hurt when he went to that Super Bowl. I still to this day, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say this on here, to this day, I believe before that Super Bowl that somebody told him, "You're not going to win this game."
Why do you feel like
you're not going to?
Peyton Manning, right? The 50th Super Bowl and all that.
This is Peyton Manning's game, and he needs another Super Bowl to match his brother at least. And it was just like he was not. And I think somebody went to him before that game and said, "You're not going to win this game. Get over it now." Let me tell you something. If you remember that year, Cam, that ball was coming out like a freaking bullet all year. And he was smiling all year. If you look at that Super Bowl, go back and look at it from the first snap of the game. And Cam even still smiles now. He did not smile one time from the first snap of the ball to the end of that game. They told him he was not going to win that game. They gave that Super Bowl to Peyton Manning. I don't believe.
I do want to point out
let
something.
That man
quick.
Go out there and play his game. Would have a Super Bowl championship right now.
I do want to point out something because we have someone, if I'm remembering correctly, Ian is a Broncos fan, right?
That is correct.
So we have a Broncos fan who
Bring him
wants
on
to speak to this, and this is maybe why Cam looked that way. This dude named Von Miller.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Von Miller did eat his lunch.
He did go to work on that one. He ran away. He ran away.
I'm just gonna lead the empty screen up there.
Von Miller had Cam number all games. He
literally ran away. That's hilarious. So, Valee, do you have any other thoughts? I know the conversation kind of took some wild turns, but do you have any other thoughts on New Orleans?
No, just like I said, man, James. I was looking at this. I'm watching the preseason game. He looked phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, you can't put too much stock in the preseason, but he looked fabulous on this first drive. I will say. But
my thing is, if you don't do it on the first drive, you can't do it the rest of the year, right? So
that's come out firing, come out, hit the ground running, but. It's up to Jameis. Like Jameis is our key to success, and he's gonna be the reason for failure if it is failure. I'm excited because man, we ain't never had this much weapons since like probably around the Super Bowl era, probably 2012 with Marcus Colston and the rest of them. But
yeah,
we got two good back. I mean, Mark Ingram ain't what he used to be, but he's a solid number two back. He's a bell cow. He still got some tread in them tires. We got Jarvis Landry, Michael Thomas. Yeah, the rookie 𝐿𝐼𝐒. He's been having a great preseason. Our tight end, he don't have sure hands, but he's a hell of a blocker. But and on defense, he crazy as hell. So I was talking about the defense. I'm like, what? Whatever. We're gonna see week 3. But I'm very excited to see our defense do the additions. Yeah. I'm excited to see what Honey Badger do back there with Marcus May, Lattimore, the rookie. The guy was a rookie last year, Paulson Adebo. He was looking good as a rookie, so I'm hoping his second year he just take off, breakout year. And then we got Demario Davis. He always slept on. I think he like top 3 linebacker in the league personally, and that's not even coming from a Saints fan. This dude is amazing. So I hope we in there. We'll see what it do. I hope Marcus Davenport stay healthy. He another one street clothes, man. When he out there, he good. But he let him street clothes. So we'll see.
I do have to say one thing though. Christian McCaffrey did play every game in 2019.
2019.
But the other 4 years, street clothes.
Street clothes. And he made a good point. Like when he in there, son gonna get the yardage, but y'all can't use him all the time. That's why he hurt. Nobody else in the league is using their running back that much. Maybe Tennessee with Derrick Henry, but I mean, Derrick Henry is a bull. But
that's as an Eagles fan, we have our own street clothes running back. His name is Miles Sanders, so we got our own street clothes Sanders too. So yeah,
Miles Sanders. Yeah, Philly. I don't know. Philly might make Philly. I think Philly gonna win y'all division. I know you do probably too, but
be better.
I think Philly will because ain't nobody worried about Washington. Nobody worried about the Cowboys. You know, the Cowboys.
So
but I think Philly gonna make some noise.
Commented. I know the chat's a little bit behind the live stream. The man ran away.
Oh no!
He ran away. Yeah.
He also shared a funny story. He actually played CMC in high school. He got trucked, and that was the end of football for him.
Oh man!
Appreciate you sharing that one.
I feel you. Like sometimes, man, one of these dudes a little bit bigger, stronger, faster. I mean, this dude's been bred for football. Like his dad was a wide receiver, so this man's been around football his whole life. If he trucked me, I probably would get up his way. That's it too. So I don't blame you, Ian. I don't blame you, bro.
Ian, like, you take credit. When he hit you, it messed him up so bad that he's just now starting to have injuries from it.
Exactly. It was a delayed reaction, and it was you.
You're the reason he can't stay healthy.
That's the story.
Long-term damage.
Yeah, I'm like, I hit him so hard, I hurt myself, and I had to stop playing. But now he's starting to feel the pain from that hit.
Yeah, it's like that Bo Jackson injury.
Hey, whatever it is, son can't stay on the field, and that's tragic for the Panthers because he's a hell of a player. It's tragic for the Panthers and fantasy football.
Oh man, one year, y'all, I was like a minute late to my draft, and we did like auto picks. So the system automatically picked Christian McCaffrey for me for the first pick. I threw my laptop across the room. I was so mad.
Yeah, because I would never pick that guy.
It didn't even break. That's the best part about it. It didn't even break. But I saw the pick, and I was like, what? And I picked it up and I just threw it across the room.
You know why I didn't break? Because your laptop's more reliable than Christian
McCaffrey. More durable.
Right. I was like, man, I was trying to look. Y'all, the whole time, like we in the draft, I'm in the room like, yo, who trying to trade for Christian McCaffrey? Like I'm trying to trade this dude from day one.
Yeah.
Nobody would trade me.
Oh yeah, and you put it on the auto draft, they gonna put him up there quick because he like always the top 3.
1 minute late because my internet, I was on the road and I was trying to get logged on. I was 1 minute late. And so just so happened to have the first pick.
Yeah, you know you're gonna have trouble. Hopefully you would find somebody later in the season or something because that guy. First game, he'll get you points.
Yeah, I found so I couldn't trade him, but I found like I forgot what year it was, but like one of the backs that ended up being a good back that didn't project to be a starter at the beginning of the season. I had grabbed him because I gotta have somebody because I know this dude gonna get hurt. So it ended up working out, but I was really upset.
That year, Chase Edmonds had a decent year. I got a lot of points off of that guy, and I wasn't expecting him to do crap.
Yeah, like, okay. Sometimes you gotta be watching.
Yeah, really did shit after that.
It'd be like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we appreciate the disappearing Mo for hopping on and giving us some banter, a little NFL talk.
I can't wait to come see him. I can't wait to see him after week 3.
Yeah, and then after that game, both of you have an open invitation to come on.
I'm already coming. I am coming.
And, talk about whatever happens during that game.
Yes, sir.
And then also we're gonna have Mo come on if he's available. When they play the 49ers, since he was
right.
Still a little smack there. So
all right.
See how things go.
His chest out.
Yeah, his chest been pumped out. He's feeling swole.
Well, I don't know because I know for the matchup madness we're gonna be alternating with me and another 49ers fan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it means I gotta go 2 weeks in a row or miss 2 weeks in a row. When we play Carolina, I'm coming on that week against Mo.
You got to.
You gotta do that. You gotta do that.
That is my week. No matter how we gotta work it, that's gonna be my week.
That's fair. Based on Mo's words tonight, that's fair.
Right.
Mo's placed himself in the crosshairs of a few people, and and we do these things, man. You gotta live with the consequences.
I'm gonna have a little virtual background. I'm gonna put like our wins and losses right here next to me. And next to it is gonna have Mo's pick.
Right.
Right, because it's all recordable. And what I want y'all to know about my co-host, right? When me and him on here at times, like he seems like the calm, the laid back one, right? This dude is gonna go back and he's gonna pull out the video and he's gonna have what Mo predicted for every game.
On a spreadsheet.
On a spreadsheet.
He got
and at the end of the year, he's gonna pull out the spreadsheet, put it in a window, and put it on the screen and have Mo come on. That's what's gonna happen.
Hey, that's receipts.
Mo did it to himself. Mo did it to himself. But I will say this about Mo. Mo is a fun-loving guy, right? He'll get on, he'll talk a lot of trash. He probably had something happen with his stuff because he was going out a couple of times. But I will say this. It was perfect timing for something to happen with his sister. But it's gonna be fun, y'all. Matchup Madness is gonna be fun. I'm going to behave on Matchup Madness, so you will see me not allow myself to indulge in certain conversations with people like Mo on the show. But like my co-host said, Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, we'll get it in. Have a good time. You always do.
I'm gonna tune in.
If y'all want to see different versions of me, wait till you see me on Matchup Madness. Y'all gonna see my alter ego, because if I could go on and just be a straight up 49ers homer,
So what you feeling, Trey Lance?
You know, I'm excited about what he brings to the table. I think there's gonna be some ups and downs, and you know, I think, and I've talked about this a couple of times on here, but I think that Jimmy Garoppolo is a lot better than people give him credit for. You know, he made a lot of plays. Now, he had his weaknesses. He can't throw to the outside of the field. He can't throw deep. But you don't make a living throwing over the middle of the field like Jimmy Garoppolo did if you're not a good quarterback. But once Trey Lance starts to really understand the defenses with his arm strength and his athleticism, the potential gonna be way higher. My question is gonna be how long is it gonna take him to get there? That's gonna be the question. And
whatever.
My concern with that is the middle of my offensive line.
I know you're not talking about Jimmy G. I'm sorry, guys. My phone died.
You back?
I know you're not talking about Jimmy G.
He got a first
of all, he's a fake quarterback. He's not the real thing. He's not the real deal, bro. He's not the real deal. I used to have a fantasy league called Real Deal. You might want to chalk that off to fantasy because he's not the guy.
So Mo, I'm going to invite you to do what we're going to invite everybody to do and go back and catch the replay.
Catch the replay? No, I'm just gonna watch the actual play, and I'm telling you, this guy is not the answer.
Hey, Ian said to give you a message. Ian said to give you a message.
Oh, you know what? Y'all the pettiest people I know on this planet. Oh my God. Yeah.
Your phone about to die again? Your phone went out like Christian McCaffrey knee.
Or his hamstring or something.
Oh, my phone went out like yeah, oh damn. I can't even all right, Box. I see what you did there.
He ain't got no answers because it's true.
Nothing. He ain't got
nothing.
I
ain't mad. I ain't mad at you. It's going yeah. Wait, do that. What do you say? First of all, stop commenting. Leave us alone. Oh, so y'all can actually see me.
Hey,
now.
You know what's the greatest part about it, y'all? The Broncos also play the Panthers this year.
Oh,
Big Russ.
That's gonna go down to the wire.
If I believe I look correctly.
I'm calling that a Panthers win.
Oh man.
Let me make sure I didn't mix something up here.
W. Because you know what? First of all, let me tell you something. I don't care what division he's in. I don't care what uniform he wear. Russell Wilson gets on my whole nerve.
Why? Why you hating on Russ?
He dances across it. Because he does that. So what he did in Seattle, he's not going to be able to do in Denver. He cannot replicate what he did there. What he does is he drops back. Like he's like a while he was in Seattle,
he was like a video game guy that I drop back and I run back and I scramble and this person misses, that person misses, and I drop back another 15 yards. And he will drop back 30 yards, throw a 5-yard pass, and then the receiver is so freaking open that it turns into a 50-yard touchdown. That's not going to happen in Denver. That's the mistake that he's making. That's the mistake that Denver made by taking him. He's not Peyton Manning. He's not going to sit in the pocket and just drop off passes to people. He's not that guy. I think Denver is sadly mistaken in what they got. I think they got a guy that is approaching the end of his career, especially with his badass wife. Boy, look, let me tell you something. I wouldn't want to throw another football. I'd be at home doing some nasty stuff. But what I'm saying is he is not going to be what they are expecting. He's not going to be able to do what he did in Seattle. I promise you.
Well, he probably won't have to.
And you're going to see it yourself. And you got to figure he's a lot older. Like, he did a lot of running around. If you look at his best plays, all of his best plays, he's running around in the backfield for like 15 seconds. Like, that's unheard of in an NFL game. He's running around, making people miss, and then throws a ball to somebody that's wide open because everybody else is like, I'm going to go get a soda. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to happen anymore.
So here's the thing, Mo. We actually need to wrap up because, you know, we're like way over time for the night.
Oh, but, I'm just glad to be back. I'm glad I got back in before y'all started that trash about these sorry ass.
But I do want to bring
but
Ian's
the
question
San
to the
Francisco
table.
49ers will lose to the Broncos. I want
to bring Ian's question to the table for you. Why you hating on Russ for what Cam did in 2015?
Because it was a year. It was 1 year where Cam was just like Carson Wentz.
Did you hate on Cam that year?
1 year where he was unstoppable.
Did you hate Cam
Same
that year?
thing with Russell. He had that year, but I don't see Russell having that year this year. He's going to be pressured. He's going to be sacked. He might even get hurt.
You do realize that the Broncos have a better offensive line in Seattle, right?
But I don't see him doing what Cam did. He doesn't have the same arm that Cam did that year. The ball's not going to fire out of his hands like they expect, like John Elway used to do, where that ball is coming out like a bullet. He doesn't have that in him. It's not the same guy. It's not the same guy. Like, I'm a huge Elway fan. Man, I was an Elway fan all the way through the 80s. Vance Johnson, Ricky Nattil. Stop playing, man. What?
How many teams you got?
I got plenty of teams, bro. I was actually in the 80s, I was a 49ers fan. I'm a huge
Mo Fitzpatrick.
Hey man, I go with what I really like. When I see great football, I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan of great football play.
Let's just make this easier. What team have you never rooted for?
Right.
The Detroit Lions, the Seattle Seahawks, the New York Giants, the Washington Redskins, the Dallas Cowboys. Actually, let's start at the top. The one team, I'll tell you what, F Dallas. I don't want to cuss on here. So the one team I absolutely can't stand is that Arlington football team. They can eat an entire something.
I'm going to call you Mo Fitzy.
Mojo. All you got to know is Mojo, baby.
Fits. Need to be Mo Fitz
in this joint.
Because Mo be throwing fits, and Mo like every team like fits.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something though. In a few weeks, we're gonna be talking a lot more basketball.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna keep talking football. I love it. But I mean, honestly, in February we'll probably be hoisting the trophy in Philly. So,
Mo McCown, that works too. Mo
God.
F Fitz. Mo F McCown.
It's just Mojo, guys. It's just Mojo, guys.
After tonight, it's not just Mojo anymore, sir.
You can check me on Tuesday nights. I got the 3 Faces of Fantasy. I'm be doing that. Check me out on YouTube, Instagram.
We about to start a new,
Instagram
new show
and,
called Mo Against the World.
On Instagram.
Mo is the world.
Mo roots for everybody.
You can check me as Mojo. Oh, I definitely got to get to know V over here because she seemed like she want to talk some stuff, but she don't know about the real deal. She don't know about the real deal.
Yeah, y'all ain't the real deal. So you're right. I don't know about y'all.
All right. Well.
Yeah, them New Orleans Aints. You see, I was there when they was the Aints. I actually wore a paper bag over my head in the stadium.
Yeah, you a fake fan, son. You walked out. You quit on us.
No, I ain't no fake fan. I took my shit off. I let them know I'm a whole fan.
I just want to see you back here in the building after week 3.
Oh my goodness.
You got it. I'm gonna come down for the Bayou Classic. I'm coming down for the Bayou Classic. Oh no, you in Atlanta.
I'm in Atlanta.
Y'all,
what you know about that Bayou Classic?
Week 4, y'all are coming on this show week 4 to talk about what happened in week 3.
Yes,
and I can't wait.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna come and talk about my dub. Okay.
This guy.
And when y'all play the Broncos, we bring Ian on.
Oh yeah, I'll be on that week too. Yeah. Whatever week you need me, I'm here. Y'all gonna all get trashed. Matter of fact, I just invite me so I can talk shit about my 2 squads.
Your 2 squads. Your 3, 4, 8 squads.
You be a 12.
Well, maybe 15. You don't know. I'm a fan of the sport.
Oh Lord!
We got 120% more teams you expected.
Let me tell you about my.
We got 1,020.
Let me tell you about my usage percentage. Yo, Box is funny. I mess with you, Box, but you're gonna stop messing with me, man.
All right, Ian. It's a lock in, brother. It's a lock in.
It's a lock in week 12. I'm coming on.
We're gonna be eating crow many weeks this season.
Yeah, see, Mo,
I ain't never gonna eat crow.
We're gonna start calling him Mo Crow.
Y'all gonna be unpleasantly surprised. Y'all gonna be unpleasantly surprised when the Panthers not only go from 2 5-win seasons to making the playoffs, but go deep in the playoffs.
Right.
I was waiting to see what.
To me, that'll be a win.
I would definitely be surprised if that happened.
Say what you wanted to say.
Don't be surprised if Philly played
Carolina
for the Eastern Conference Championship.
Eastern Conference Championship. We need WNBA now.
We're talking about basketball.
The NFC.
What we doing?
I know. Listen. Shut up, man. I got. My mind is all over the place right now, bro. For the NFC Championship. Yo, Box, I'm gonna need you to stop calling me out, bro. Like, come on, man.
Bro, see, you fell for the trick, man. Like my co-host tried to tell you.
I
earlier,
did.
like,
I walked clean into it. I set it up.
Like, oh, Boss so quiet, man. You know, he the chill one. I'm the petty one, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm the chill one. No, I'm the quiet guy.
Compared to who?
AV.
Yes.
I want to see you each week we play because that's twice. We're gonna be on here twice, and I want to tell you about. I want you to explain to me why y'all lost. I want you to eat that crow.
I don't eat no crow, but you eat
feel
crow,
it,
and you better make sure
taste
it, make sure it's seasoned. You heard me? Make sure it's well seasoned. That crow you eating. Because we ain't.
Y'all the Hornets Sixers. No, I ain't say nothing about them damn Hornets, bro. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's Michael Jordan's team, and I don't like that dude. So no, never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Not in my lifetime. The Hornets are trash, bro. First of all, have you ever been in that stadium? It's like a high school arena, bro. No, I'm never going to another Hornets game.
I thought you just said you like the Balls, the Ball brothers and whatnot.
One of them play for the Hornets.
I'm not going. Well, yeah, I probably will go to a couple games this year.
I know I'm going when the Nuggets come to town. That's for sure.
And I'm going when the Sixers come to town. Where's mine?
Okay.
Fly, Sixers, fly on the road.
Never heard
Don't
that
do it.
Before. Never
Don't do it.
Never heard that. Yo, man.
No, it's let's go Sixers. That's all it is. It's let's go Sixers. Let's go.
You know,
Thank you for enduring the show tonight, ma'am. Can you tell us where we can find you at?
I ain't got no up and coming I'm still working on my up and coming podcast, but yeah. I'm on Instagram. I'll put it in the chat.
Can I get on?
I ain't on yet. It ain't live yet. But
what you trying to do? Let me get on.
It's gonna be talking about a whole bunch of stuff with a sports segment, but I'll definitely have you on to get ate up by my fellow daddies.
Oh boy, good luck.
This guy.
Just don't go too hard because then his phone gonna die.
Right. He's gonna skedaddle.
Yeah. You'll take a quick exit.
Yo, y'all the pettiest people I ever met.
That can't be true.
It can't be true.
It can't be.
But if it is, I appreciate you saying such nice things.
Yes, sir. At least you won. You win. You got the win. You got the award.
I can't, man. I can't.
Well, y'all can check me out on Tuesdays, 3 Faces of Fantasy. Also, you can check me out on Tuesdays right after that on the Matchup Madness. You can also check me out on Wednesdays,
the N1 podcast.
Eagles Elite. On Eagles Elite. And
Fridays.
And wherever else I may be.
Podcast.
But you can also check me on Facebook and Instagram as Mojo. And you can find me anywhere Cool is. Mr. Cool McCain over there. I'm where he at.
All right.
It's kind of true. Yeah,
it's kind of true. Yeah. I am Mo Fitzy. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Mo McCown. Well, we appreciate you coming on, Valina, and we're gonna have some fun with the match.
Man, I really enjoyed it. Thanks for having me, guys.
Of course, for the show, but we're gonna have a good time and we're gonna talk. And then, we're definitely gonna have you back for the 2 games against Mo up on the show, so y'all can discuss the games. Those
yes, sir. I cannot wait.
Yo, don't get on here crying and stuff. Don't be on here crying and stuff.
Tears of joy.
Boy, she quick, ain't she?
Crying for what? Crying for happiness?
Yeah. Take that L and live with it.
That's it. All right.
You too, Box. Matter of fact, week 1, I called it. You lose.
Okay.
We're gonna see.
We just won't stop.
Don't be mad at me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you the score 24-21.
Don't why you want to keep digging yourself in a hole?
24-21. Bears.
The Bears.
Your phone gonna be dead a whole week, huh?
Now I got a little something. I got a little juicy juice. Look. A whole cord. I got a little juicy juice. Oh, no, never mind. That was the wrong juice. But yeah.
We gonna bring you back on, Mo. Make sure you bring your charger with you.
Who your basketball team, Box?
The Lakers.
Okay.
Just the Lakers. That's it. Nobody else.
I want to see what they do before the season starts. But the Sixers are winning the championship this year. I would love to see a Sixers-Lakers championship. That would be historic. But yeah,
it'd be hard with neither one of you there.
Oh, not this guy. Oh boy.
Yes,
here we go.
We'll definitely bring you back NBA
Let's
season.
Let's hear about that dry ass team. That like the thing is, y'all do win, but y'all look boring doing it.
Yes. It's tough to not be boring when you're second or third best player on the bench watching in street clothes like Anthony Davis.
Or Chris McCaffrey.
Say it again. You said it yourself.
But they'll be back. Anthony Davis never will.
When's the last time the Nuggets been in the finals? That's a good question.
When the last time the Sixers won the finals? That's a good question.
83.
That's a long time ago. That's way back before 84.
When did the
long time ago.
When did the Nuggets win the finals?
When is the last
time the Nuggets won the finals?
We're gonna have to go ahead and we're gonna have to go and cut this off. We're gonna save this for NBA season. We're gonna bring you back on. We're gonna talk about it again.
You lucky, Mo. You lucky. Sucker.
Hey, Box, thanks for having me. Clint, cool. Thanks for having me. V, nice meeting you.
Likewise.
Y'all coming.
See y'all again.
And this is more what y'all gonna see guys, on the NFL Matchup Madness. Shout out my co-host for enduring this wildness tonight. It's fun. It's fun. Right?
Yeah,
it's fun.
yeah. Most of the time, I try to, stay, semi-professional, but I had to, have a little fun tonight. So,
Mo does not worry about staying semi-professional, sir. That's for sure.
But man, sometimes you just gotta let people know how you roll too, though. So that way, future people don't think they just come on here and just, there ain't gonna be no repercussions for acting a fool.
Consequences, no repercussions.
We got repercussions up in here
all day.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody joining us over in the chat tonight. Everybody tuned in. Much love,
Absolutely.
Much appreciation. Make sure that if you haven't already, please go ahead and like this video. That lets YouTube know that this is the place to be. And I think we've already promoted like every other show we're gonna be doing. But just to make sure people know, can you please remind people when exactly NFL Matchup Madness is going to be?
I would love to. So that is going to be on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can find it right here on the Play Callers Sports Talk page, playcallersportstalk.com.
And just real quick, I see over here in the chat, Eileen said, IG account val_T.
Bet. And Val, have no fear. You will have a weekly place to remind everyone where they can find you. Bet that.
That will, of course, be the aforementioned NFL Matchup Madness. Where every single week, but we'll probably be
Tuesday.
wrong.
EST Standard Time. playcallersportstalk.com. Let's go.
And with that, man, I believe there's only one thing left to do.